Hello and welcome to another episode of Dr. Keel's Workshop. Today I want to talk about a shop crane that I built a while back. And again, most of the projects I build are out of necessity in order to solve some problem. So I have a really large shop and I like to do a lot of work on cars, and we've got an old Jeep sitting over there that's waiting to be restored, and this old truck here, we're actually pulling the engine out of it for a project my son's working on. But I often have need to be able to lift heavy objects that are sometimes awkward, and when I'm out here working by myself, you got to be careful about what you're picking up because you can potentially hurt yourself. So I built this shop crane, had a couple things I wanted it to do. Number one, this is about 10 feet tall, actually a little over 10 feet tall. Those 4x4 uprights are 10 feet, and then it's a little bit off the ground. And the other thing is, this thing is about almost 12 foot wide. And the hallmark of it is the 6-inch I-beam that's setting up there. Now that I-beam alone could hold at least 10 to 12,000 pounds, probably more than that. But for my purposes, it did great. And the best part about it was it didn't cost me anything, because a friend of mine, it was a scrap piece that he had and he didn't want it. So I took it knowing that I was going to build a shop crane. So what I had to buy was these 4x4 10-foot sections of steel. The base here is 2x4 square tubing. And then the right angle, or the supports here, are 2x2 square tubing. And then the supports at the top to keep it from flaring out when you've got weight on it are 2x4 pieces of square tubing. In order to roll it around, you gotta have wheels on it. So these are 8-inch, 1,000 pound coasters. And so basically the maximum weight that you should pick up with this would be about 4,000 pounds, since it's got 4 wheels. However, the steel itself, as I said, could probably hold at least 10,000 pounds, probably more than that, if it was either setting directly on the ground or had stronger coasters on it. In order to lift things, you need a trolley. So I've actually got 2 trolleys here. This is a manual trolley with a manual winch, and it's rated, as it says, at 1.5 tons or 3,000 pounds max. So the only problem with manual winches is that you've got to be able to stand right where the thing is and pick it up. So, but still, if you're picking up something extremely heavy, that comes in handy. And then as the trolley rolls along the bottom of that I-beam, so it's movable from side to side. Most of the things I pick up aren't that heavy. They're just awkward. For example, we've got this hooked up to this engine that we're getting ready to pull out with that engine puller. And so my electric winch is an 800 kilogram maximum, so that's 1,760 pounds. And that's when you've got it with the configuration where the cable's going down through the pulley and then back up. If you're just using a direct pull on it without the pulley, it would be 400 kilograms, or basically half of it. And again, that trolley runs along the back or the bottom of the I-beam, so you can move it side to side. So this is a really handy, as tall as it is, basically, as you can see, it easily goes over a vehicle, and it's wider than the vehicle. It's also wider than my trailers. So what I wanted to be able to do with it is, if I have something really heavy I need to set on the trailer, then I can roll the trailers in the building, roll this up right over above the trailer, pick up whatever I need, and either take something off of a trailer, or if I need to put something on a trailer, lift it up, either back the trailer under it or roll it over the trailer, whichever way you want to do it, and then set it down on it. It's also, we're using this, as I said, we're picking up an engine here. We've also used it to pick up the body on vehicles. My son's Jeep project, we lifted the body off the frame using this with some straps, and it did a great job. So if you've got a large shop like I do, I would highly recommend either buying one of these or building one. If you buy one similar to this, I know you can get one from Harbor Freight. It won't pick up near as much weight as this one, but you know, you're going to pay $800 to $900 or more for a shop crane. And I built this one. Again, the I-beam was free. The steel tube, the square tubing was about $200. The manual trolley was about $200, and the winch was about $200. So basically, for less than what I could have bought just the crane for, I've got the whole setup. But again, you know, I had to build it. But this has been a great little addition to the shop, and I also welded some little hooks on there to hook the cord to, power cord, and then we've got the chain over hooked up so we can keep that trolley out of the way when we're using it. So hope you've enjoyed this video. If you do, please like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great day.